Nice view from my balcony. And I forgot to mic myself. One, two, one, two, one, two. It's the mic working? Is the mic working? Let's see if we get a good angle so you guys can see the mountains in there. Sometimes I sit on the other side and I get to watch the mountains. It is the last Sunday right here in Esteli of my first 90 days. Living in Nicaragua, living in Esteli, and it's been quite an experience. My last 30 years has been in the U.S. I came from Cuba when I was 14 to Mexico and then Miami. So it's been 30 years. I'm 45. It's been 30 years. It's going to be 31 pretty soon in the U.S. I consider myself a Cuban American, more American than Cuban. I love my country, which is U.S. That's my country. I was born in Cuba, but my country is U.S. I love everything about U.S. I make the decision to move down here to grow as an individual, to kind of reconnect with my original roots, in a sense of being Hispanic. And Nicaragua is pretty similar to Cuba, in a sense of weather, infrastructure, of what used to be, what Cuba used to be. I'm gonna smoke my Connecticut Robusto, U.S. Connecticut wrapper, Condega, Umetepe, in Jalapa. This is my beginning of the day cigar. And my good friend Ken Gove also. I would say everyday cigar for him. It is well executed. So it's been an experience. And the more time I spend in Nicaragua, the more I realize if you're really serious about what you do in your life, if you're really serious about your industry, which is, for me, cigars, you better have to find a way how to connect with the source, where everything is being done. Somehow you need to be connected. I don't think a long distance relationship will work. I don't think so. Based on my experience, I don't think so. So the more I get to know, Padron, Perdomo, my father's cigar, and when I'm saying get to know their story, not from Cigar Aficionado or any of the news outlet for cigars, not from the media that somehow makes it sound a lot better or a lot more sophisticated or amuse. So in here you get the stories from cigar rollers, from workers, from people, and it's pretty inspiring. how first generation decided to come here and start their business here to be able to grow in the US or Europe. And I am first generation, so I'm going through that. I'm first generation in a new era. I'm 45. I'm in between the tech era and the old era. I got to know the old world. I got to know the BC world, the before Kobe world. That little by little, I understand that it will never come back. We will never come back to what the world used to be. It's a new era, new. The same people are ruling the world, but now it is a lot more obvious for you to understand that the same people are ruling the world, and that many things that you thought they will work somehow, some way, it was all an illusion. It was all what they make you to believe. But in reality, there's a small group ruling the world. And sometimes I wonder if, because they were born or they achieve wealth in big, large amount, if it's not about money anymore, if it's about power and how they're affecting the world, obsessed with power. And it's kind of like an entrepreneur's life, you know, the ones that we are really obsessed about achieving, about different goals in our life. We affect other people's life, that they believe on us, they want to support us, and somehow we make them feel that we're going in the right path, that we're going in the right path. But we are humans. We are humans in a sense that we got insecurities if we're going in the right path, if this is the right thing. We just listen to our subconscious, to our guts, and we keep going. We keep going and hope for the best. But these people around us, that they're supporting us, that they're wanting for us to succeed, they believe we're going in the right direction, and that help you out. That help you out, but it doesn't take from the experience that we are obsessed. We are obsessed. In the beginning, the reasons why you get into it, they change because you really truly discover what is your purpose. But I was fortunate enough in the beginning of this journey of getting into the cigar industry, I was fortunate enough to understand that it wasn't about money. That it wasn't about money, that it was about finding purpose, finding something that I really, really enjoy, that I have no idea what time it was. And I realized that right here in the shop that we did in here in Nicaragua, there's no clocks in the wall anywhere. There's no clocks in the wall anywhere. And I mentioned it in one of the meetings. We do our weekly meetings, and everybody was surprised. Yeah, that's true. There's no clocks in here in the wall, because it's enough already with people just having their phones and watching their phones every 5 minutes to see what is new, to see what's going on, if family text or for what. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Ed. Thank you very much, brother. I don't know what I did, but I can. I guess I did something in the settings, and I can see any comments. I'll do better for next time. I'm doing YouTube because a good friend of mine, he's easier for him to. He's only able to connect to YouTube, and he's a mentor for me. He's someone that just listening to me and helped me out to understand in the direction that we are going. So that's why I'm doing it on YouTube, so I can share with him. Let me see how I can change that. Uh, I'll make sure next time I hit the settings or I'm sorry. I'm more familiar with Facebook, but I'm gonna learn YouTube. I'm gonna learn YouTube. It wasn't really on purpose. You guys know that I'm pretty open to any comments. So, so there's no clocks anywhere in the shop because we already have enough. Thank you, Ed. It means a lot. You know, it means a lot. Because we already have enough distraction. We already have enough distraction. Um, we are addicted to attention. We want to know if someone is thinking about us, or someone wrote, or someone texted, or what's going on. We're addicted to attention. We're addicted to that instant gratification. So I try to have no clocks in the shop. So people come in, listen to the music, and just work, and just work. This week is being really good, stressful, really good, stressful in a sense that we were working on matching the screen printing colors for a an order that we've been working since the beginning. Since the beginning that we thought about starting making boxes in Nicaragua, we had a company in mind. We had a company in mind because it's a company that is always thinking out of the box, that has changed the industry, bringing a new demographics to this industry that never were paying attention to cigars. And thanks to that company, new blood came into the lifestyle. New people started smoking cigars. And this company, I knew from the beginning that my boxes are pretty different. So I knew they'll be the ones taking the lead on saying, you know what, let's test this type of packaging and be the first ones. So it's happening. It's happening, and I'm really happy because it makes me feel like I know the future. It makes me feel like I know the future. It makes me feel like I've been there before. It's a pretty weird sense. I have read enough. I'm sorry, I have read a little bit, and I'm learning the phone has been affecting my habit of reading because lack of concentration. So I'm spending long periods of time during the day completely away from the phone to reinforce my concentration, my power to concentrate, my imagination. That's my forte. I don't consider myself a really smart individual or a smart individual. I consider myself someone that can concentrate on the goal, on what we want to achieve. Someone that really can concentrate. Don't give up. So I've been changing my ways to get back to what I used to be 2005, 2004, when the phone it wasn't an issue. When I spent more time daydreaming, reflecting, thinking about life, thinking about my future, my family. So who knows if someday I'm without a phone again. Who knows if in a future, in a near future, I find a way to have a device or something that I can use it as a computer, and if anybody wants to communicate, I got to get into a habit of checking my phone in the morning, 3 p.m., and then 5 p.m. before the end of the day, and that's it. Leave the phone alone and just have a big device that is uncomfortable to carry with you when I want to do some research, when I want to learn about tools and things like that. But I definitely have to go away from the phone to keep growing as an individual. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was funny when someone gets into the shop and we get into a conversation and you mention something like, oh yeah, you know, you check on Google this and that. And the guy goes, no, I don't have a phone. And I go, oh my God, how outcast, how. Nope. I decided I had one and I saw how much damage it was going to do to me and I decided not to have a phone. And I'm not talking about an 80 years old young person that definitely didn't get adjusted to um, the new technology. I'm talking about a, a, a young individual, younger individual, 60, 55, you know? not, not, not a really old 120-year-old person. And I go, man, this, you know, not right now. We can't live without a phone, and this guy is acting like he doesn't need a phone. I'll tell you what, the time that I've been spending here in Nicaragua, reflecting, see how simple life is here, for me, seeing more close how humanity is being affected because of the phone, it really scares me. It really scares me. Um, my employees here, they're more noticeable how they're being affected with the phone because they're not really talking to anybody. They're not in service, like serving others through selling, like in the store. My employees here, they're manufacturing. And you can see the lack of concentration because they're just thinking on the phone and they have it on the back pocket. They have it on the back pocket. So it's like they know it's there and they're waiting for something. They're waiting for something. Some endorphin hit through the back pocket. So I don't know. We watched a movie 2 nights ago of Idiocracy. Idiocracy. It was a movie made in 2005 by Fox. It's a really low budget movie, but it had a great message. It had a great message how the world will look in 500 years. The way we are going, wasting 6, 7, 8 hours a day on a stupidity on the phone, watching idiots consuming our time of concentration. It happens the average of time during the day for us to concentrate, to really concentrate, is 4 hours. And we're spending time on the phone 5, 6, 7 hours on the phone. It is mind-boggling, mind-boggling. But I guess I had to get out of the U.S., spend 90 days here in Nicaragua. Everything's a lot slower. And there's not much to do. That basically I have this balcony here, and I have to get lucky if there's no church making their noise, or the neighbor with the blasting the music, or the dogs barking at a cat. If I get lucky like now, I get to lay back, put the phone inside, and spend 2 hours, 3 hours looking looking at the mountains because I'm surrounded by mountains. So if I sit here, I can see the mountains back there. Beautiful, beautiful. I can't wait. Yes, I can't wait. I'm sorry. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Good, good. I'm glad you're there. We haven't been in here for too long. Thank you for watching. My good friend Ken just jumped in. Ken, I was just talking about spending 90 days here in Nicaragua in a really a lot slower paced culture, a lot more simpler. How much I have reflect on my life, on my kids, how much my kids have changed, and how much I really have to pay attention on concentration. Concentration. I need to. I've been working on it. I've been working on it really, really strong in here in Esteli to find time during the day to concentrate, to daydream, to reflect more, a lot more than what I used to. A lot more than what I used to. And I'm really surprised how much my mental health, my endurance to deal with the anxieties that I'm dealing with because trying to get because getting a good order to have a box shop running like I dream. So I'm anxious. I'm anxious all the time. What is the next step? What is the next step? What is the next step? And it's helping me to be away from the phone. It's helping me to be away from the phone and I spend time looking at the mountains, which are beautiful because it's been raining here. So it's a good mix of the clouds touching the mountains all around me, and I love it. I love it. It's inspiring. It's inspiring. In Florida, everything is flat. In Florida, I really enjoy the big body of water, the ocean, the sea. And you get to miss it here. It's not that far. It's about 2 hours and a half from here to see the ocean. The ocean. But it's been quite an experience. It's been quite an experience of my first 90 days living in Esteli. This is going to be my last Sunday of this first 90 days because I have to go out for now every 90 days because not being a resident. And if I'm going to go out every 90 days for now that I'm concentrate on the box shop and it's the end of the year, it would be better if I go back to the U.S. and check on you guys, check on the people. They love what I do. I spend some time at the shop with Karen, Jimmy, Steve, Gabriel, and share with them how it's been the experience right here in Nicaragua. It is a great mix. It is a great mix because I haven't been exposed to news in here. The people that I talk to, everything that we talk is just cigars, tobacco, or boxes. My wife and I, we agree not to be engaging with anything that is going on that we can't resolve. There's nothing we can do about it. You know, and a shooting a mass shooting in, I don't know, somewhere in the world. Yeah, it's sad and everything, but um, how and which way is going to affect me to know that kind of information? How? To feel sorry for them, there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm being staying away from any of that stuff. So we've been talking about it, reflecting about it. How, what mechanisms we're going to put into place when we go back to the States for a month and a half to keep away from all that, to stay away from all that fid of negativity or things that the only thing they do is to make you hopeless, make you feel like, why I'm going to keep going forward if the world sounds like it's going to end. And it's funny because I listen to news when the missile crisis, the Havana, U.S. and Russia missile crisis, and the news sounds like it was the end of the world. Like you needed a mask and you needed this and you needed that because it was going to be the end of the world. And I realized that it took me years to understand that that's the news business, to keep you tuned, worry all the time, scared all the time, so it's easy to move you around. So I haven't watched TV. Like I see people that they wake up and it's really important for them to know the news. I respect that, you know. I understand something related to the economy and you got $60 million, $80 million in the stock market or invested. Yeah, you have to be tuned of what's going on with the economy, how it's affecting the economy, because you need to take care of your wealth. But I'm not at that point yet, so I don't care what's going on, and I don't care. It will still affect me my diesel, my gas is gonna go up every time they feel like it. Every time they want to manipulate us. So I just gotta concentrate on my purpose, my game. So we'll see. We're gonna have a test right now for a month and a half in the U.S. to stay sane, to stay away from all that stuff. Because I learned here in Nicaragua. Every time I come here, it's for 10 days. Last time it was 2 months. Now it's 3 months. And every time I'm down here, somehow, in my mind, my mental health, it gets a lot stronger, a lot better. It makes me a stronger individual. And I guess it's concentration. I guess it's to be able to concentrate on my journey. There's not a lot of distraction here. There's not a lot of distraction here. Everything is a lot simpler here. So if you're smart enough and use that time, if you really use the time that you got here in your hands in a good way, smarter, not to be tuned on your phone, believe me, you get to reflect a lot, to think, and how you can do things better and better and better. Because that's my drive. That's my drive. That's my drive, how I can do better and better and better. I have learned a lot here. I have learned the many cigars that they tell you they're San Andres. It's not really San Andres. It's a steam Havana wrapper, and they make it look like San Andres. They sell you broadleaf, U.S. broadleaf, and it's really cheap San Andres steam with really thick veins to look like broadleaf. So I'm learning a lot. And things like that put me to think, put me to think how much more I need to learn and how much more I have to concentrate to have better and better cigars. And I know for sure that perfection is an illusion, but it keeps me interesting to get as closer as I can to perfection. So far, I haven't met yet a small manufacturer down here that I would like to engage any type of production. I have some candidates, but I know for sure that I need to be there. That whenever we're gonna do 50,000 cigars, 80,000, 100,000 cigars, if it's gonna be done in 4 weeks, I need to be there. And I need to go buy the tobacco with them. I need to be there when they get the tobacco ready. Because, wow. Wow. The more time I spend here, I realize why so many people start their own brand and they only get one shot. One shot. They did really nice 25,000 cigars, 50,000 cigars, and when they try to come for the second round, because the instant gratification that the younger blood, the small manufacturing down here, they don't really understand that things take years. And they all say, yes, 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 yeah, yes, yes, we can do it. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I need 50% and we can start. I just need 50%. They're always in so much trouble because of their inexperience, because they don't know how to manage money. That 50% that you give them, forget it. It's not going into your production. Believe me, it's not going into your production. Unless You manage to tell them, yeah, yeah, I'll give you 50%, but from that 50%, we both going to buy the tobacco. We both going to buy the tobacco, and I'm going to put it on my storage. When we start production, the first week, I'll give you the tobacco for the first week. Second week, I'll give you tobacco. If you can do it like that, if you can come down here and do it like that, you have more odds. You have more possibilities that you will accomplish something. Because all the smaller manufacturings down here, I seen it. I see how it works. They're so behind in so many different things, and they owe so much money that every time someone gives a 50%, the less, the least that money's gonna go to their production. That money's gonna go to pay debts and pay stuff that they're behind, that they're up to here, and then they will get on debt again to start your 50%. And it's not the same. It's not the same buying tobacco 45 days of grace period or 60 days grace period. They're not going to sell you the good tobacco. They're not going to sell you the good tobacco. The good tobacco, they're going to sell it to people who have the money to pay for it. So your 50% is not really going. And also you have to learn, and I'm talking to the camera, but I'm really talking to myself. And also you have to learn the times of the year. If you show up in here close to December, close to the end of the year, they're just thinking how they're gonna pay. They're gonna pay vacation and all the stuff that they need to pay at the end of the year. So any money that comes in is gonna go towards that. It's not gonna go towards buying tobacco to do your production. It's gonna go towards that. Because in here, if you're foraging, if you came here as an investor and you don't pay your employees at the end of the year, you go to jail. They take you to jail. There's no lawyers or go to court. They take you to jail into UK. There you go. The puppy is barking at the birds. He doesn't like birds. He doesn't like cats. They take you to jail. So anybody that's here, I don't know, October, November, trying to do business down here, your money is going to go towards that. If you come in January, February, good luck too. Because everybody's dry. Everybody's dry. Everybody's dry. You know what? Let me take that back. If you came in January, whoever money they borrow on November, December, they still don't have to pay. So you got good odds that when you come in January, February, your money probably will go to buy tobacco for your production so they can keep the cigar rollers working in the beginning of the year. So yes, beginning of the year will be best. Beginning of the year. Beginning of the year, middle of the year to August. That's it. Stay away from the end of the year. And this is only what I've learned in these 90 days. No, and of course, also my prior trips. So it's powerful. It's been a great 90 days down here. Great 90 days. I bet now when I go back home with the central air conditioning, I'm going to be cold all the time because in here the air conditioning it's only at night. I have adjusted to the temperature. So I'll be cold all the time right now in Tampa. And well, started to rain. God. It is raining. Look at that beautiful mountains over there. That's kind of the direction where I want to buy a property and live over there in the mountains. My closest neighbor will be, I don't know, 10 minutes away from me. That is called El Tisei. El Tisei. And I love it. It's about 15, 20 minutes from the box shop. And everybody says, well, you know, there's going to be a lot of driving. I don't care. We drive a lot more in the US. So 15, 20 minutes. I don't really care. And my kid has grown a lot here too. They're speaking a lot more Spanish, really fluent in Spanish, with the Nicaraguan accent. They ride the bikes in the street all the time. They're away from their iPads, even their conversations change completely. You don't hear them talking about things that they want or they need or places they want to go. That is history. That is history. They're really enjoying more the experiences here. Santiago goes to a private soccer academy and he's learning a lot. He loves it. Valentina is doing volleyball, and she's in love with volleyball. Her mom did it when she was younger, and I guess that has inspired both mom and daughter for volleyball. So it's been great. It's been great for the entire family. It's been great. It's been great for the entire family. So my last Sunday right here in Esteli, because we're leaving next week on Wednesday to the US. Hopefully I will do a Sunday live from the shop, from that beautiful shop. I would like to see how do I feel when I walk into that shop, how unknown it will feel because of the time that I've been out. But I know as soon as I light up a cigar, drink a type of brew, I will feel back home again. As soon as I see my clients say hello, I will feel at home again. And I'm working mentally to train the brain that both places are home. That Nicaragua is home and Tampa is home. I don't want to feel like, I don't want to get attached to any of the both places. I'm experiencing this new way of living and I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. My name is Janko Maceda. I am the founder of Tabanero Cigars, where we believe in the enjoyment of craftsmanship that allows you to stop time, reflect on life, and plan the future ahead. I see you guys soon. Reflect a little bit on life, and remember the only reason why God put us here is to serve others.